Good morning. It's the morning of day 7? Day 8? Day after yesterday, whatever. So we're just packing up the Fraser Cove campground. Gonna be hitting the road here in a little bit, having some coffee and some donuts. And gonna be heading into Kelowna today. We might make it as far as Golden. We'll see how the day goes, but yeah, I think we're just gonna get camp packed up here and hit the road. Well, we're officially on the road. It's just 8 bells. We've got about, I don't know, almost 4 hours of riding, I guess, to get to Kelowna this morning. We're taking a longer route than we probably could have, but it looks like there's about 70 kilometers worth of gravel and construction that we'd have to deal with going the fastest route. So we're going to take a little bit of a detour, but that's all right. Only adds about 15 minutes onto the trip. What a great night camping at the Fraser Cove campground here in Lillet? I can't say it. I'll put the name of the town here. If you guys get out this week, come check it out. Pretty cool little campground. The camp hosts were awesome. I'll put the contact details below. I guess a little update on the bike. It seems to be still running strong. I heard that ticking again a little bit this morning. But again, not really feeling any performance issues. Nothing seems to be sloppy or lagging or having any issues. So I guess touch wood, we've got, I don't know, something like 1,500 to go to get home. And she seems to be running strong. So hopefully she holds out. There is a Harley dealer in Kelowna if we get stuck there. There's also the next one, I think, is in Calgary after that. So as we leapfrog, we'll be close enough to dealerships where if it does need a tow, things go really sideways. It is what it is. We'll just do it and get her done. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day for riding. And the fella at the campground, we were talking about the ride in, saying how fantastic it was. He says the ride out is even better. So I hope that's true, because that scenery coming in was pretty amazing. Alright, well, we got some goodies, poker chip. The wife spent more money at the Harley dealers than I did somehow. And we're going to get back on the road. Well, we finally got out of Kelowna. The traffic getting out there was an absolute shit show. And it really was bad until we got to Vernon. We decided to stop in Vernon for a quick bite to eat. But we're really trying to move quick, so we just stopped at BK real quick, had a burger. Reason we're trying to move a little quicker is a fairly large storm cell has kind of came into the area. I don't think it was forecasted, but it definitely blew in like a lion. They're expecting some severe thunderstorms in the next couple hours. So we are changing our plans a bit. We were supposed to go to Golden tonight, but they are actually getting some thunder showers right now and are expected to throughout the evening. So rather than setting up a tent in the rain and being miserable about it, we've booked ourselves a motel in Revelstoke, which is about an hour and a half ahead. We're gonna bunk in there for the night and head out in the morning. I just absolutely love coming into this Shuswap area. The lakes are beautiful. It's usually fairly calm. Cool breeze coming off the water. Just what a guy needs after a hot day. We made it to Revelstoke, had a quick nap, shower, and look where we're staying. The Swiss Chalet. I think it's hilarious. If you don't know why it's hilarious, Google Swiss Chalet. No, pretty cool little place. Newly renovated by the looks of it, and gonna do us for the night. We're gonna go into town and see what we can see. Well, morning of day 9. We're just kind of getting our stuff together here, having a coffee. Just went over the bikes. They're doing pretty good. No real issues to report today. I think it's pretty important though to go over them every day, make sure everything's still there, everything is on tightly. Had a couple issues. This little Sporty really rattles when she's riding. Had a couple things come loose already. On my Street Glide, everything seems good. Still no real impact of the noise coming from the engine that we noticed at the beginning of the trip, but I guess we'll find out. Got the bikes booked into Badlands Harley on Tuesday to get that checked out. We got about 700 kilometers to knock off today. We're planning on going to try to make it home. The only real concern I have is Calgary Stampede's on this week, so could be a bit of a madhouse there, but we'll see. So it's just before 8 o'clock. We're officially on the road. We got, I don't know, 150, 170K or something like that to crush before we get to Golden, where we're gonna have our first fuel stop. Probably don't need to fuel up there. I'm just not 100% sure where the next fuel is after that, so just want to get topped up there just to make sure. I'm always a little bit nervous riding this early in the morning out in the mountains. Never really sure what's sitting in the ditch or what's going to be popping out of the trees. Obviously, a lot of deer and moose and all sorts of other animals out this time of day. So I'm trying to be a little bit mindful of that and just kind of sit back and enjoy the cool ride this morning, because it's going to be another scorcher today. Made it to Golden. Gonna just stop and throw some Go Juice in and back on the road. Next stop, Alberta. Well, we're just leaving Golden and there's an absolutely massive construction project happening right now on the #1 highway. I think they're widening it. This has been an absolute terrible place to come through for years. The congestion, it was tight, it was single lane, and they are widening the highway here, but they got to blast away all sorts of mountain face, and it's pretty wild. It's going to be great when it's done. And they've done a pretty good job of keeping it open from what I understand. There were some closures last year in here, but generally now during the day they have this all open. It's Saturday today, and it looks like they're not doing a whole lot of work today anyway, but it's pretty cool. It's neat to see it being done. Lake Louise Fairmont, a little ritzy for my blood, but pretty cool place. We'll take a quick walk up, see the lake, and get back on the road. So we just found out they want 21 bucks to park each one of our motorcycles for us to walk up to the lake, so no thanks. They wanted $21 per bike to park there for us to walk up to the lake, and I'm just not willing to put out 42 bucks for 15 minutes of parking. But that's okay. We're gonna head on into Banff. We've got a reservation at some restaurant. I can't remember what it's called, the Grizzly something or other. Anyway, I'll put the name down below. But This place is supposed to be a really cool fondue place, doing all sorts of wild game and things like that, so we're gonna go check it out. These Animal Crossing bridges up here are pretty cool, but in all my years of coming through here, I have not once seen an Animal Crossing. Every time, have to do it. Hard to argue with that kind of view. Banff is absolutely beautiful, but it is 100% a tourist trap. But you know what? I guess that's all right. You just got to kind of know what you're getting into. We got to find some parking down by the restaurant that we're stopping at, and yeah, go grab some lunch. Alright, I think we're going the right way now. We got a little turned around. Ended up in a relatively not sketchy alley. We'll see if Google Maps gets us there. If you've never had a beaver tail, you really should. They're pretty fantastic. There we go. We made it. So we're at the Grizzly House in Banff. I've never been here before, but this place comes highly recommended. Figured we'll have some lunch. There's a phone at our table, and apparently you can call other tables with it. This place is just pretty wild. So I think we're gonna live a little while. We got the exotic fondue dinner. Comes with alligator, rattlesnake, ostrich, frog's legs, buffalo, venison, and daily exotic fish. I'm not sure what an exotic fish is. But we'll try it. So we just got the lowdown, and apparently today alligator is replaced with crocodile and rattlesnake is replaced with kangaroo. So we're definitely going to do that. We're going to get another one that comes with elk, venison, a couple other things called the Alberta, I think. But it's going to be exciting. All right, so the cheese showed up. And it's starting to bubble. We threw the garlic in there. We got some bread with it. I'm excited. Oh, look at that cheesy goodness. All right, here we go. Oh my God. So, I also don't like to admit it, but I'm lactose intolerant, and this is probably going to destroy me. And it's going to be so worth it. Alright, so we got, I think it's beef, elk, venison, and something else on the Alberta. And over here we've got venison, buffalo, ostrich, ahi tuna, crocodile, frog leg, which we got on there, and kangaroo. Let's get at this. Just know that sizzling meat goodness. Oh, that's so good. So to finish this epic meal off, we've got fruit with Belgian chocolate. This is incredible. I'm probably going to make a hell of a mess of myself, but that's okay. Well, that was an incredible experience. That might have been one of the best meals I have ever had. To top it off, somebody, and they wouldn't tell us who, ended up buying our entire meal for us. So, wow. So, if you're out there, if that was you, thank you. They wouldn't tell us who it was, but we'll be sure to pass it on. Anyway, it's time to get back on the road. Well, we're officially back on the road, and I am still beside myself that a stranger would for some reason pick up what I'm sure was a $150, $200 tab. We're probably getting close to it anyway for our lunch. Again, that was one of the best meals I'd ever had, and to have somebody do that just out of the kindness of their heart is pretty impactful. I don't really know what else to say about that. I'm just, again, beside myself. So it has been a hell of a trip. We got about 4 hours of driving left to get home tonight. Not going to be a whole lot exciting happening, so I think I'm probably going to wrap the video up with this. Looking at the odometer, by the time we get home, we're going to put on right around that 4,000 kilometers in, I guess, 8 days, 9 days, 9 days. And it has been an absolute blast. Not everything has went as planned. There's been a few things that maybe weren't fantastic or could have been better, but I'm not going to focus on that. If I think about my top 3 things from this trip, so my number 3, I think, would have to be spending Canada Day long weekend at Toad Rock with the guys and the wife. We did some amazing riding there. Going to the hot springs was a lot of fun, and it's just a great place to be. I think that is going to become my annual tradition on Canada Day long weekend going forward. Number 2 definitely has to be the Wild Pod in Tofino. That place was absolutely worth every penny we paid for it. It wasn't cheap. I think it was around $1,000 for the 2 nights, but worth absolutely every penny. The view was amazing. The place was comfortable. It was clean. I'll definitely go back. And number 1, and this is going to sound a little cheesy, and it's not normally my style to be cheesy or emotional, but my number 1 favorite thing about this trip has been the opportunity to ride with my wife. And not have her on the back of my bike, but have her ride her own bike. I'm so incredibly proud of her. To do 4,000 kilometers on a Sportster for her first major trip on her own is pretty impressive. And then on top of that, to have the opportunity to just spend some time reconnecting and, you know, getting to know each other again. We've both been busy with work and school and life, and to have that opportunity has been fantastic. So my number 1 for this trip is definitely been riding with my wife. I think that's going to about wrap it up for this series. Like I said, if you haven't checked out the other videos, go check them out and check out my other stuff too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Whiskey and Rides.